What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Movement Podcast. If you're watching the video, you could just see Brooke awkwardly smiling from ear
I'm
to
always
ear.
smiling,
Yeah, sure. We broke our streak.
but for good reason. It wasn't because we didn't want to.
No, we definitely wanted to, but like my wife had plans of having a baby.
Luke had plans of going away.
I had plans of buying a new house.
Yeah,
It was just a lot.
lots going on.
A lot going on.
Legitimate reasons.
For sure. So we are back. We're back on our
We're
every
back.
week. Fridays
It
or
was just
Saturdays it'll be posted.
2 weeks? Was it 2 weeks?
I think it was 2 weeks.
Yeah,
It was 2 weeks.
no big deal.
So for our topic today, because it's been a while since
Mm-hmm.
we've chatted to the people, we want to give you an update on sort of like our lives, what's going on, because we think that is actually very relatable to what a lot of you guys are going through, maybe now or will be going through, or who or have gone through, and that's kind of like dealing with fitness or health during like chaotic times in your lives. So 3 weeks ago, my wife had our second son, Rowan,
Yay.
or baby Ro. And then we also decided to sell our house and buy a new house. And then we moved into said house and then painted the entire thing. And we did this all pretty much within like a 2.5 week period.
Yeah, you should just do it all at once. Might as well.
Man, cut once, cut deep. So it was a lot and super, super crazy. And I'll be very honest that I don't think I was like super focused on my fitness side of things. I still went in on like probably like 2 to 3 runs a week, which is still really good.
Yeah.
I still got in a few
Compared to your
strength
usual, though.
sessions for sure. But one thing I did prioritize during that time was my nutrition. So like I still ate fairly clean, maybe had a little bit too many beers during moving time. But I tried to prioritize and control what I could, which was my nutrition. It was super busy where like I knew I couldn't just leave Caitlin with the 2 babes and go and do like a 2-hour workout.
Yeah.
But I know that I could control nutrition. So making sure that Caitlin and I were still eating really, really well, having high protein meals, still trying to make like as many of meals at home as possible. So like just so we wouldn't feel like crap on top of not sleeping and moving and doing all that stuff. So for me, it was really just controlling what I could control during that chaotic time and being okay and knowing that my regular scheduled fitness programming was probably going to be disrupted for a few weeks and being okay with that. So doing what I could rather than doing an hour workout, maybe I did a 10-minute little Tabata with squats and burpees and push-ups. Or rather than going for a 15K run, I'd go for like a 5K run. So going into it, knowing those things were going to change actually really helped me mentally rather than being like, oh my God, I'm failing. And now I'm going to I can't reach any of my goals. It's like, no, this is a little hiccup. Let's still focus on what I can do.
Yep. Love it.
And then it wasn't just me who had chaotic times. Poor Brooklyn. I think yours was probably tougher than mine.
Well, let me tell you. So I actually think that this was the best time. Like,
I hate you.
no. But let me tell you why.
I'm like, I barely survived. Like, this was the greatest time of my life.
Don't get me wrong, it was hard. So Luke went away for 2 weeks. I've done alone time with the kids before, not for 2 weeks. I've even done it when they been like really little for like 3 days, 4 days or something. And I knew 2 weeks was going to be a long time. And this was the game changer. And literally I was like calm for 2 weeks straight. There'll be times when like it'll be a random Wednesday and I'll text Luke. I'll be like, get the fuck home. I'm going to have a breakdown. He's like, you didn't send me a text like that all 2 weeks. I'm like, I know. I was chill. This is the thing. At the beginning of the 2 weeks, I was like, it's just going to be me. I'm going to have more work to do. Chill out. This is just how it's going to be. My workouts are not going to be the same. That's fine. Immediately adjusted my expectations. One of our favorite sayings, Luke and I always say, is accept, don't expect. And that's what I did. I was like, they came to the gym with me a lot because I didn't have another choice. So I knew, one, my workouts, I wasn't going to be able to push as hard. They were probably going to be a little bit shorter. I was going to be getting distracted. Not once did I get mad that my workouts were cut short or I wasn't able to push. Because, they're there. Like, as much as, they can behave, they're still kids. And that's what it was. And I didn't get mad once. So I just adjusted my expectations and it went really well. I was calm. I was chill. I accepted that things weren't always going to go as planned. My work days were going to look different because I was now trying to work at home with them there. And it went really well. Like, we missed him. Of course, we're happy for him to be back. And I had more things to do around the house because I was doing the things that he would normally do. But from a mindset perspective, it could have been a lot worse. I could have been angry and miserable. And I just chose. That was it. I just chose to be chill and be happy. Bedtime was going later. I went to bed the same time with the girls every night, which was easy. So, like, whereas if they're home, you know, we want to get them bed at this time so that Luke and I can chill. I was just like, well, he's on home. So, you know, we went to bed decent time and it was just, it was okay. So it was challenging, but peaceful.
It's
which
also
is crazy to say.
It's also important to note too, depending when people are listening to this, like, it is currently summertime, which means kids are home. It's not like they're at school for a few hours out of the day, or I don't think they were at camps during that time either. So it's like, it was really you solo parenting 24/7.
Yeah,
which
and
is
it
a
had
lot.
to be like, girls, okay, mom has to be at the gym in an hour. Like, I had to wake them up to come with me to coach ladies class. Okay, I leave at 6 o'clock. I had to wake them up at 5:30. I had to wake them up to come with me because they don't.
For the Saturday class?
For the Saturday class. And then I did have some 7 a.m., 9 a.m. clients, and I had to wake, like, they like their sleep. If it's not school, they're sleeping till at least 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
So it's like when they're younger, they're up at 5 or 6, right? I had to wake them up and get them going. And they, you know, it was challenging, but I was just like, this is what we got to do. You got to come with me. And they were little champs. They kind of came along and maybe a little pushback here and there. But all in all, I'm really proud of how I handled it.
Well, it's funny. I think, so we did not discuss what we were going to really talk about today.
No.
Like, we knew the general topic was going to be blank, but in terms of how we approached the chaos, we actually did the exact same thing, which is like just resetting expectations.
Yeah, I was thinking about that right when you said that. I'm like, that's exactly what I did. Workouts are going to look different. This is how it's going to be. Instead of being like, I'm not going to be able to do it this week, and just being angry.
Yeah.
Like, that does not help anything.
No. I think, it's really setting yourself up for success instead of setting yourself up for failure. And I feel like Caitlin and I talk a lot about this as well when it comes to just like time management. So I know for myself, the times where I get anxious or stressed, or I'll be like snappy with Mateo and Ro, is if I need to be somewhere and we're going to be late to said thing, and then I start stressing out, and then I'm like snappy with them. Where it's like, well, no. If I just organize my time better, or just reset my expectations of like, okay, we're going to be late to this because I know nap time is at this time and blank, 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 blank. It like completely changes everything. Even though we still might be late, it's like, well, I've already had the conversation with myself that that's going to happen. And that's what it is now. Yeah. So like these past 3 weeks, it's like, I know I'm not going to get 80K versus running in. And that's okay. Yeah. And even before, right? Like, I'm training for Chicago Marathon right now. Leading up to this training block, I'm like, I am not going to run fast at Chicago. Like, Chicago is literally just about enjoying that experience, because I know smack dab in the middle of peak, I'm having a new baby and we're moving houses and all the stress that comes along with selling a house in this current market and all that. So it's like, I really reset expectations, and that hasn't been a stress to be like, oh no, now I can't make my runs and I'm not going to run sub 3 at Chicago. It's like, no, I don't even care about that. That's not the goal at all.
Yeah. And I think that's important to reinforce that, like, you have the power to change your like perception opposed to blaming the circumstances. Right? Like, it's true. Like, how you respond to it determines everything. It's going to make, break, push forward, or pull back. Yep. So I think if you can just like, you know, if the kids are being fussy and you want to go somewhere, like, you getting, all parents getting like, you know, chippy or angry, it's more about you than it is about them. They're being kids. Yeah. If you would have just planned better, or again, you just accept that this is how it is right now, then it's going to be better for everyone.
Yeah. And right? I know we're really leaning into the kids talk, and there's obviously a lot of our listeners who don't have kids, but this same rule can apply to a lot of different circumstances. So if you're in school right now, when you think of exam week, or you have a really busy week at work, or you know you're going to be traveling for work or whatever it is, it's the same thing. Like, just resetting expectations for those weeks and giving yourself permission to change the quote unquote perfect plan that you have in place.
Yeah. And I think like, having a goal and being flexible with the path to get there, like being okay with things like this, weeks that come up that are off. Like you could throw your hands up in the air and be like, oh, this isn't going as planned. This is going to suck. I'm not going to be able to do this. Or you're like, okay, how do I adjust? How do I pivot right now to make this week doable? It's you slowing down is probably better than you just completely stopping. Right. And then just knowing that after that week is up or after the exam is over, that you will get right back into it. I think people have a hard time with the ebb and flow. You just want to like go and have it always be on your terms. And I think the more adaptable you can be to circumstances and kids and family and school and jobs and all the outside stuff, how you handle it is going to be a game changer.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's, it's good for us to kind of do as we say, do as we're actually doing as we say as well, in the sense that we took maybe a bit of a break from our normal training, but we're right back to it now. Like our lives are not necessarily completely back to normal, but like there's some more regularity to it. And we're right back to our normal training, right back to our normal eating, our normal habits and lifestyle and all that good stuff. So, we didn't let that 2-week or 3-week period completely derail our goals for the next 3, 6 months, year, life, whatever.
Yeah. And I think that's how people can get in that cycle of stopping and starting. It's like the weekends come and people stop, or it's a holiday and people stop. Oh, a birthday party this weekend, I'm just going to stop. It's like adjust, pivot, adjust, whatever you need to do to just, it's like, I don't know what the analogy or whatever. It's like if you're riding a bike fast and you just slow down, it's going to be easier to go fast again than opposed if you just stop.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
You can still maintain some momentum by going slow, but if you completely stop, it's going to be a lot harder to get going again, like up that hill or to get faster, right?
Yeah.
So just being okay with slowing down.
Yes.
I think that's an important lesson.
Will did a post that was really good, just like an Instagram story, and I want to steal it and do it as a post for our page, where he's talking about like there's no perfect time to start.
Yeah,
so I
that
think,
was great.
Yeah, I think right now, right?
So good.
So if you are listening to this today, like it's the beginning of August, so we are starting to encounter a lot of people being like, hey, yeah, no, I want to start at the beginning of the school year. But then it's like, okay, so you're going to start in September, but then it's school year is back. So then there's other things that are busy. Your lifestyle changes. You have to bring the kids. You have to drop them off. You're just starting school. Maybe your commute to work is different. All these things change. You're like, oh, okay, I'm going to start later on. But then what's next? Thanksgiving. Okay, now Thanksgiving's up. It's like, oh, well, no, maybe I'll start after. But then after Thanksgiving, it's the holiday season. And then the holiday season, you're like, oh, no, okay, I'm going to start in January. And then January, you start for a month, and then you stop. And then you're like, oh, well, summer's coming up. And it's like there's always going to be something.
There's a holiday every other month.
Absolutely. So it's just like start now, remain as consistent as you can. Don't tell yourself that you're going to be going to the gym 7 days a week and you're going to be eating perfect every single day. It's like just start with like small little commitments and build from there.
And I think like I want to say I understand, I'm sure you do too, the part of like, okay, if I start this program, if I'm starting with gym, I want to be able to like give it my all.
For sure.
And I think that's a great thing. Like you want to go hard, you want to give it your all, great. But that shouldn't be the reason why you don't do anything, right? So like if someone's like, I'm going to start like digging into my health, my fitness, my wellness in September when the kids go back to school. Well, it's August, 7th? What can you do? So maybe you can't go all in right now, but what can you do now until then to make that transition even smoother? Because we know the longer you stay out of things, the harder it is to get back into it no matter what. So like maybe you are just walking every day. Maybe it's 3 times a week. Maybe you're going to be more conscious of like that first meal of the day. Like pick 1 or 2 things that you can be consistent with from now until September before you feel like you can like throw yourself into a program or whatnot. There's always something little you can do. The people with the all or nothing mindset are the ones that be like, I'm just going to not do anything until September. And that's detrimental because then what do you do next September or next June, July when summer starts? You're going to stop again? Like people need to know how to work with their goals through the entire year.
I agree. So, it's sad to say this, but the school year is kind of just around the corner. Yep. And for a lot of us, just knowing when that time of year comes about, we're probably going to need to make some changes. So I would start to plan for that now because like
we're going to blink.
You're going to blink and it's going to be there.
September 1st.
Absolutely. So it's like just start to plan about okay, how are things going to change in September? Maybe like that first few weeks, there's going to be a big transition period. I'm not going to be able to do what I want at all. And that's okay. Or, now I can't go to the 9:30 class. I have to come to the 5:15. It's like start to plan that now.
Mm-hmm.
So when it does come, you're not like beating yourself up because, you can't do what you were normally doing during the summer.
Yeah. And I do not believe that there is anybody out there who doesn't have time to do one thing for themselves during the day. I don't fucking believe it. You're lying. Or you're just not putting in the effort. You don't not have time to do one thing. And I'm not talking, it doesn't have to be a long run or a long workout. It might just be like getting up 15 minutes earlier, starting a conscious morning routine or an evening routine or whatever. Like when it has to do with making you feel good, there's no wrong answer. But I don't think, like sometimes I'll tell my clients to set an alarm at like 2 p.m. and that's your little time to check in. Have I done anything for myself today? Have I, had good meals? Did I drink water? Have I done my workout? Did I go for my walk? Whatever it is that we're focusing on. If not, it's 2 o'clock. You have time to fit it in, opposed to at the end of the day reflecting and being like, that got away from me. Like if you have that little midday check-in, you can at least be like, okay, like have I been running around with a chicken with my head cut off? Or no, I had a great morning. I went for my walk. If not, you need to figure out how you can fit something in so that you can go to bed and be like, I did that one thing. I did one thing today that was really good for me. Doesn't have to be a lot, but be, every day, have some intention of filling your cup in a small way, a big way, whatever. Because time goes too fast. Next thing you know, it's 3 weeks. And you're like, I don't even know what I've done for myself.
Yeah.
And that would be shitty feeling.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Final few things.
Yep.
I have a mini side quest, and then we got to think shout outs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For my mini side quest, so over the past 3 weeks, I've been obviously not as active as I usually am. So looking at my health stats though, crazy. And not like, so I did an in-body scan yesterday. Brooke was in the room. In-body scan was not good. I knew it wasn't going to be good. So it wasn't in a dark, deep depression. But some of my other health stats,
Tell us.
Crazy because I was resting and I don't rest well. And although I wasn't resting, like I was still moving, like literally painting every day from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. So like I'm still being very active, but not like physically exerting myself to like a 90% effort, which is not good and not sustainable. I know this is like a do as I say, not as I do. But like I was forced to like really hit the brakes on a lot of things.
So did you have some good markers?
Man, insane. So
I love it. I'm happy that you're sharing this.
Resting heart rate is obviously a very important indicator of health. So I'm always like shocked. I'm like, why is my resting heart rate
75?
Why is my resting heart rate? It's still very good, but like 52, 53, 51, 54. Where I'm like, I've done a lot of running, and usually long distance runners' heart rates are very, very low, or like athletes' heart rates are very low. I'm like, why is mine not? And like, I'm not good at taking rest days. This is me just.
This is good for you.
Just telling the truth.
Rest.
Okay. So during that 3 week period, I wonder if I could just
tell me. Were you like mid 40s, low 40s?
It is crazy. I'm almost embarrassed about it. I'm like, I might just never train again because this is crazy. Okay, where are we here? How do I get to it? Okay, so here we go. All right. So now that I'm back to training, my heart rate's right back to where where it's been. But oh my goodness. Sorry. Here we are. Heart rate. We'll go 4 week period. Okay. So going into baby time, right?
Yeah.
It was like 55.
Is this from your whoop?
Yeah.
Okay.
55, 53. Okay. And then literally baby comes July 15th. Okay. So this is the time where I do like nothing. Heart rate 49, 42,
Whoa.
43, 46, 47s, 45s, 46s, 43s, 44s. It was literally between like 42 and 46 during that entire 3 week period. My body was literally like, thank you so much.
And
then I start training and it's right back up to 53.
I think our podcast before this was about slowing down.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now you have proof.
I know. Yeah. This is it. So that was just a big eye opener to me. Because even on rest days, because I'm trying to train for this freaking stupid marathon, even on rest days, I'm like, okay, I got to get 5K in at least. Like I need to do something to get my mileage up. Even though like I'm not trying to run fast, I don't want to die during this run.
No, you don't.
But it's still like I'm not giving my body a chance to rest. And when I did,
Maybe you'll run faster in Chicago because you've been taking
I won't.
these.
Do you know why I'm not going to? Because I don't even want to try. Because if I try to run that speed, I'm like, I'm going to die. So, yeah, it was just very surprising to see that.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. Okay, shout outs.
Yep.
Do you have your person?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, go.
I do. I'm going to shout out Gavin, one of our newer members. Yeah. So he's fairly new here, and I just love his energy. I think he's going to be a very great getting into group classes. He works really hard when he's here. He's going to be such a great, well, he is, I guess, already, but once other people meet him, such a good part of the community. And I just loved his energy and his enthusiasm. Like he is here to work and change. And it's definitely going to happen. I mean, I was a little biased, but I'm like, hey, you are in the perfect place,
Love that.
the right environment, and just to like meet new people. I've actually met a couple of our members who are new to town, and I love that they came here, one, to feel better and just, you know, improve things, but also to meet people.
Yeah.
Like this is where you can meet good friends. Like we've seen how relationships and friendships both start at a gym.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to shout out Gavin because we're excited to have him here and I'm excited to see him crush his goals. Yeah.
Love it. So I'm going to shout out a member that has been here for quite a while. And I know she gets a lot of love from us. But I think sometimes like when new members are coming in, they get a lot of attention from us. But some of the members that have been here for a while, we know they're good. So it's like, I'm not shouting them out every single day. So I think it's still important to give them some love. And that is Marina.
Oh, so, Marina, I love her.
The reason I want to shout out Marina, obviously a few things. She is like a ball of energy.
Yep.
If you've ever been to a noon class, 9:30, she really comes to all of them. Other than like the 5:15.
If you've been in her class, you know her
for sure.
You know who she is.
She's is
so great.
Super encouraging to new members as well, which is great. If someone new comes in, she's like all over them, like, "Welcome to Movement Strength. How you doing?" Blah 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 blah. Anytime I post anything, she's reposting.
Yeah.
Like I love having her energy in the gym. But the reason I want to give her a shout out was just about run programming. So she's doing
Run Club.
Yeah, she's doing the Toronto Half
that.
in October.
Amazing.
And she was doing some running programming with me last year and was consistent, but like this time she's really leaned into the program and she's asking me the questions and she's following it to a T and she's following the zone 2 bit, which is really hard for people. And she's doing the crappy hard fartlek workouts and the long runs. And like she's really committed to the process.
Yeah.
And it's just really cool to see her take that on. She's had some like little knee issues over the past, and it seems like a lot of those haven't been flaring up during this build because she's really taking it easy and listening to her body. And on top of doing the run programming, she's still coming to the classes. She's still doing the strength.
Yeah, I was going to say she's still working hard in the strength, which obviously benefits her in her
100%.
run. Yeah,
100%. So, yeah, I know what it's like to try to commit to a program, and it's a lot of work, and she's just done a really, really good job sticking to the process. So,
yay, Marina.
Good job,
Not
Marina.
a girl.
We all love
Great.
you. Any other thoughts, questions, concerns?
No. Until next time.
We're back on the grind.
Back on the grind. We'll be back.
Bye.
Bye.